I think, a great map for Terran.
I think so too, man.
It's a really, really good map for Terran.
Unless Sheth is planning something up his tricky sleeves here.
I don't know if Sheth's that type of guy.
That's true.
Actually, it's true. He is a serial killer.
Going back to your old
I know he is.
assumption.
It's my secret theory.
Something's going on here. Something's ticking away in the cogs in your brain.
Nobody could be that nice. Nobody.
You know, Xel'Naga Fortress is one of those maps that's really, really close. I would actually say that on this map, it's closer than the closest map ever made, which was in the beta Steps of War.
Indeed.
I think from the natural to the natural, it's a little bit closer than Steps of War. And you'll always spawn in some way, because it's a 3-player map.
Steps of War?
Yeah, man.
Get out of here with that hogwash.
From natural to natural. Does it not look the same?
It's not even close. It's like twice the distance. Easily. Dude, Steps of War was like from the main to the third. And those are like your straight up spawns.
Okay. Point is, it's a very small map.
Is it though?
It's a small map.
I'd say it's
from
even.
Base
I'd
to
say
base.
it's even farther than Xel'Naga Fortress or Xel'Naga Caverns.
No.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
No.
I honestly think it's bigger than Xel'Naga Caverns.
Someone's gonna have to do a little lap and do the time on it.
I'm
run
almost
a marine
positive.
back and forth.
I'm almost positive it's bigger than Xel'Naga Caverns. That was the reason they made this map, was because Xel'Naga Caverns was just. It was too small and too good for Terran. It was too straightforward.
Well, it's
there weren't
still
enough
good
attack
for Terran.
pads.
That's my point.
It is definitely still good
for
Terran.
Terran.
For sure. But I don't know if it's that small. It's actually a pretty big map. It's not.
If you start using the expansions up on the untaken spot, then it can get pretty big. I agree.
But rarely does this map go into a super late game macro mode. It's quite rare.
Usually it's just a
3-base.
At most 3-base affair.
3-base Terran versus 4-base Zerg is actually really common on this map. And 3-base Toss versus 4 or 5-base Zerg is really common as well. But rarely does the Terran or Protoss get a chance to go beyond 3-base.
And rarely does the game go beyond 30 minutes.
I agree.
On a map like this.
100%.
Well, you know what? Sheth is opening up with
that.
Pool and Gas. And this is, I think, a little bit earlier gas than what he usually gets, Pain User. Usually Sheth gets the Pool and then the hatchery just drones. I think this is a little bit earlier on the gas.
Well, we have seen him get gas almost every game, but he pulls off.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets that quick third, and then he drones up a lot.
Gets the speed.
Uses speedlings to kind of control the map. Is he going to get a reactor? Still no reactor out of GanZi. He's... Okay, there we go. Just way late on that.
I wonder if you can drop on that. Wouldn't it be cool if you can strand some Marines over there?
Just hanging out on the moon rock.
Pick off the Marines or the Overlords that happen to fly by. The Marine is going to, after checking the top left, return home by touching the expiring Xel'Naga Tower. And Sheth beginning to make a couple of Zerglings. Hopefully this time Sheth doesn't get caught off guard by that early pressure that no doubt will come. Oh! A little late on the reactor here.
Yeah, I already was saying that.
And he's adding a second factory.
You weren't listening to me, bro? I'm your co-caster.
Oh, you already said that.
Is that a second factory? It is a second factory. I think we're going to see Mech here.
Yeah.
Out of GanZi.
Switching it up.
Showcasing a totally new style of play. I really like that. Check out the front door.
Let's think about this map. Mech on this map, I think it could work out pretty well.
Yeah, I mean, if you play your cards right, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
What are those things doing up there? What are they waiting for?
I don't know what he's doing.
That's such a random spot to have 3 lanes.
Well, maybe he's hoping to run them in to do a flank if once the Hellions come out. He hasn't even really scouted the front door yet, has he? Yeah, he has. He saw one factory. He didn't see the
double
other
reactored Hellion opener here out of GanZi.
And no, there's not going to be any blue flame. This is actually pretty crazy because I played Terrans and they just buck 16 Hellions, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah, it can be troublesome unless you get a Roach Horn. If he gets a Roach Horn, he should be all right.
And he does. He has the emergency Roach Horn.
All right, he should be okay then.
Hopefully, he starts making some roaches.
And once again, Sheth just not scouting with his overlords to get in there and figure out exactly what GanZi's up to.
Almost like a chance mindset. I don't need to sack overlords.
Yeah, well, Chance learned that the hard way. It's not.
Has he changed?
It's not the way to go.
Has he changed the policy on
I don't know. I should hope so.
7 roaches on the way right now for GanZi. For Sheth.
Sheth's doing his 7 roach push. He does this a lot. And this actually might work out really well for him here.
This is going to totally shut down double factory reactored Hellions.
That is for sure.
And that's a big way to start the game, to completely blind counter build your opponent's build.
Yep.
That almost always guarantees you a huge advantage in the game, if not the W.
Huh. So, I think GanZi might actually be transitioning back into Biomech here, which is really interesting.
Yeah, this is
these roaches are going to be problematic for GanZi.
Yeah, roaches and zerglings about to stream through the front door. This is a big
oh, wow.
play
Sheth is kind of all inning here. He's actually got a Baneling nest coming. He's got all these roaches. It looks like GanZi's all over this. He's lifting off everything. He's got the bunker coming up.
Is he going to be able to land the factory in time? Yes, he will.
He does get the factory down. He doesn't put the depot up, though.
Oh, I don't know why he didn't put the depot up, but the depot didn't. It wasn't blocked by a roach. Sheth missing
Get those Marines in.
And it looks like there's an opening over here, but there's so many Hellions and SCVs. I think that GanZi should be able to hold, but now the Zergling's coming in.
Oh, my God.
Oh, GanZi's in trouble, Ping User. GanZi's in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, but think how much money Sheth has spent on this. He really needs this to pay off, and I don't think it's going to. I don't think he's going to. He hasn't killed enough SCVs. Only 5 workers have gone down. And GanZi with a incredible micro hold.
Yeah, just using the SCVs to block the path of the Zerglings to hitting his Hellions and Marines. Great hold right there, but the wave isn't done yet. Sheth coming in with a second wave of roaches and Zerglings.
Inning him here.
Didn't someone call it at the beginning of this cast?
Straight all inning him.
Pick the short map for the roach speedling all in, and he's doing it.
I don't know if it's going to work out, though.
He's actually expanding out of it and joining up right now.
Yeah, but let's take a look at the income tab real quick. He spent so much. He's really he's not nearly as far ahead at this point in the game as you would expect a Zerg to be on drones.
I think it's pretty even right now.
No.
Man.
GanZi's got double orbitals, though.
Yeah.
And Sheth's droning up behind this hard, so he's really starting to run away with that drone count. But I think GanZi's actually in a great position to just macro out of this and play a standard game from here.
I think that Sheth is in a bet. I think it's pretty even right now, man. I mean, Sheth's got 3 bases, and he's droning up super hard. And he's limiting the Terran player from grabbing the natural.
But he is on Roach Ling Tech right now. He delayed his lair. He's not getting any upgrades off Evo chambers.
He actually has a lair.
He sacrificed a lot. I know, he delayed his lair. He sacrificed a lot to make that happen. That's the point. Just now starting Armor 1. Still making an additional 16 Lings and another 2 Roaches here. So GanZi actually forcing Sheth to make a ton of units now. Sheth getting even more Lings out because he has to be prepared for any kind of counter here. And yeah, I think all things said and done, we're looking at a relatively equal game here, except for the fact that GanZi has tanks out, and tanks are phenomenal against Lings and Roaches at this point in the game.
Now, if Sheth can actually get Banelings out, speed Banelings with Roaches, that would be really nice. The 3rd hatchery was scouted, and drones are getting roasted up. Sheth! Can he save him with his queens? The 2 roaches coming down to the right. And it looks like these Hellions are going to get caught by Speedlings to the north. If he can get the flank, and he does do that, Hellions are starting to go down right now. And that's exactly what Sheth needed to do to prevent that harass. Beautiful play.
I do not think that was worth it at all for GanZi. He killed like 4 drones and lost like
8 Hellions.
8 to 10 Hellions. Yeah. That's brutal. You always want to try and keep those packs of Hellions alive. It's so important. You can't get too greedy with them and overcommit like that. You just need to use them to poke and prod, push and pull, because they really, the pack of 8 to 10 Hellions mixes in so well. And here we have a counterattack from Sheth right as GanZi's moving out. This could be devastating. The bunker isn't even full. Is he going to get some Marines in?
It looks like the Speedlings are going to make their way into the natural. The bunker is filled up right now, so that will protect the expansion for now. I think that Sheth could have held position back here and did some damage. Maybe. At least spent GanZi's APM a little bit, and GanZi's pushing in right now. Big force, and we've seen him do this again on Shattered Temple. He uses bunkers, very smart positioning, locks down, gets a good fortress going, and then starts to shell the hatchery away. But it looks like Zerglings have surrounded the bunker. The bunker is at 10 HP, 10 HP,
my God.
10 HP. It goes back up. The SCVs repair. Brilliant timing right there. And GanZi holds the front door. This is a huge play right now. Remember, guys, if GanZi wins this game, he will win IPL Fight Club.
Yeah, he will, and I think he's putting himself in a pretty good situation to do just that. Sheth is in a lot of trouble right now. He's still up on supplies, 125 to 100, and it looks like Sheth is going with the hard Roach counter. He's sacking the hatch.
Race.
I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though, because GanZi has a great defensive position. Look at the natural. Does he have a tank on the high ground?
No.
Is he going to have one popping out anytime soon?
No.
Okay, it's gonna be close.
I think
he's gonna take some heavy damage here at the natural, that's for sure.
That bunker is going downtown, and it is gone. All the Marines inside getting wiped away as well. The tanks are almost here.
God.
The tanks are almost here. He's gonna block the SCVs from getting inside. No, he will not. The SCVs are forced to fight. Sheth getting his money's worth with these roaches.
Absolutely.
Will he? How many SCVs is he gonna kill? 22, 25 SCVs have gone down already. Sheth making damage happen. Tanks have popped out now. The mules have to go down as well to help fight. And Sheth is making it happen right now.
But GanZi still has a ton of army on the map. Look at the army values real quick.
120. Actually,
I think Sheth is ahead. He just built a ton of units. He's actually going to engage him out here in the midfield.
And it's on the creep. Everything's going to go down here. There's a bubble hatchery coming up on the left. It doesn't matter, though. Sheth's going to clean up everything.
Great work by Sheth here. He's really getting himself back into this game. He's also double expanding. He's taking his third and his fourth at the same time. I like the expansions he's taking now a little bit better.
I think he should have expanded to the left way long ago. But hey,
he's sending these roaches around the back here.
I actually like this. He could set up a huge flank in the middle of the natural. And it looks like he's just going to walk him in. This roach army is looking pretty strong. Will it be enough to break the tanks?
He's going to lose all of them, actually.
Yeah, those two sieged up tanks are going to do some good damage.
Yeah, for sure. They are surprisingly strong units.
They are.
They do quite a bit of damage.
I thought Sheth was going to come in with most of his army back here.
Yeah, flank. I don't know. I mean, if he was going to flank from behind, he might as well have sent the units he had out in mid at the front, right?
Yeah, I agree with you right there on that. 110%. And now, this is interesting. How often do you see a ZVT on this map where both players grab the pocket expansion in the middle?
All the time.
They're right next to each other.
I know, it happens all the time, man.
That's rough for Zerg.
Yeah, it is rough for Zerg, absolutely, because the Terran can just slow push his way. And I love how GanZi's starting to block off with those Raxes at his natural. That's really what you need to do. You need to start walling off to prevent those counterattacks. Work your siege line up. Great job thus far from GanZi. He's just playing a very tight, very intelligent game right now. And now that he has those Raxes and the bunker blocking the potential counterattack, which it looks like Sheth might be going for with that pack of roaches out there in the midfield. And yes, once again, he is going for the counterattack. He's going to meet up with those two roaches over at the 12 o'clock position that have been there for quite some time.
I don't think this counterattack's going to work
No,
at all.
it's not at all.
The wall is set up.
And there's tanks in position as well.
Yeah, the roaches are going to have a very hard time. It funnels the roaches south towards the range of the tanks.
It's perfect.
And the tanks are dual purpose here. Not only do they protect the top, they also protect the expansion down here. Really smart play, but it looks like Sheth breaks through.
Oh my god, he's totally committing to it.
This is huge. Can he get any tanks? He picks off one. He could run up the natural. No, the supply depots have been raised up. And now these roaches are totally cornered in, but they're going to get a lot of SCVs.
Yeah, look at the workers killed for Sheth. He's taken out so many SCVs throughout this game. But GanZi is staying alive. He is continuing to macro out of this. He's playing really smart. Sheth is behind in tech. You know, he's only been working off of roaches and lings this whole time. He hasn't transitioned into mutas. He hasn't transitioned into infestors.
Well, you can't blame him. It's hard
Look at these counterattacks. Oh my goodness.
It's pretty hard to afford all those mutas and all those gas-intensive units if you're spending them into roaches and banelings and
Sheth going for another huge counterattack here. He has some banelings morphing. Wow, Sheth hitting from both sides. He might be able to win the game right here. He's taking out all the siege tanks. GG is called.
Oh.